Hi, this is Pray You. I'm doing a video response to May Electric's video that he did today in regards to a call out to YouTubers to put out our voices in regards to Obama. As you know, he's on vacation this weekend. Sure, he's going to pretend to do a photo op and fly out there for an hour or two and look at the Gulf Coast. But you know what? He chose to take this position to be the president. And I remember, and this is something that's really irritating to me, so many celebrities last year, a year ago, put out this video. It's a lonely job. When you're president, you're the president 24/7, not just when you decide to get up in front of a teleprompter or go out for a photo op like some celebrity. You need to be there all the time. At least pretend to care. You know, we got the issue with this oil spill in the Gulf, and we know that BP's top kill crap didn't work. It didn't take as we expected it didn't. It seems to be more than one leak that's going on, that's suspected. It's the worst natural disaster in history on our planet. And it's going to just kill a big part of our southern borders in California, or not California, on the Gulf Coast, around Florida, up through the East Coast, and it's going to spread. It's going to continue. They will never get rid of all this oil out of there, and as it continues to flow out, we know it's going to only get worse. It's putting out toxins in the water. It's going to kill sea life. It's going to kill people. It's a mess. No, I don't think he should be on vacation. And if you want to argue the fact he deserves vacation, no, not during a crisis. I mean, come on. Are you guys that blind? Anybody who believes he deserves to be on vacation right now? Yeah, he's going to go for a stupid little photo op and then come back and maybe see a Hawks game later this weekend. He's not going to Arlington Cemetery, but supposedly he's supposed to be going somewhere else in Illinois for some memorial service on Monday. Whoopie-doo. He needs to be doing what's been going on, but he's changing everything within this country. We also have the issue of the Middle East conflict and the posturing that's going out there with Iran and with all the things that are happening around Israel, and then we're dealing with the North and South Korea. You know, let's just go on bloody vacation. So where the hell are you, Obama? Oh, you know, I have another one too. Where's Al Gore? You know, Mr. Global Warming. Yeah. It's so frustrating to see all this stuff going on, and people still don't get it. Come on, people, it's time to wake up. Oh, come on, seriously, you can't still be asleep seeing all this stuff happening and not think something bigger is going on around you. You know, I do believe that they've sat on this BP thing, because like Rahm Emanuel had said, it's a shame basically to let any good crisis go to waste, right? Let's just drag this out. It's going to force us into another corner. At their whim and their calling, though. It's not ours. And now with this spill, they're talking about potential mass evacuations happening within the next 2 months. Or next month, actually, I'm sorry. Something else I want to say. A lot of people, and it just blew my mind how many people were supporting this after he became president of this country. There's kind of a... I won't go there, but anyway, he takes his wife to dinner as he promised her after he becomes president. Spend millions of dollars of taxpayers' money to get this star treatment so he can take her to dinner and an opera. You know, he should have been doing that after he was done, or brought everybody in. It'd been a lot cheaper, wouldn't it, to bring the stuff to him? That still bugs me that he did that, and I know people now that still support it. I don't get it. I'm not going to get it, because I think it's ludicrous. It's asinine. And for him to not be here during this crisis that we're facing shows us exactly what he really is. He's not American. I do believe that he is a traitor to our country, and I think Pelosi and Biden, all the rest of them, yeah, you guys, if you're listening in, yeah, you're right up there with them. I still think that we should use some of our politicians to help plug the hole, but you know, I don't think they'll allow us to do that. But anyway, you guys take care, and here's a couple clips from some of the videos from some of my guys that I watch, and I will put their links in the bottom as well. You guys take care, and God bless.
The president's family remains in Chicago this morning. Now they're spending the Memorial Day weekend at their Southside home, and this is their first visit to Chicago in more than a year. ABC 7's Ben Bradley joins us live from the Southside with more details. Hi, Ben.
Linda, within the last few minutes, First Lady Michelle Obama just returned from an outing. No word on where she went or who she saw, because after all, this is supposed to be a private vacation. But for the president, it's definitely a working one. off to another day of work for the leader of the free world. President Barack Obama left home at 7:30 this morning. His commute consisted of a motorcade to Soldier Field, where he boarded Marine One for a quick hop to O'Hare, and on Air Force One for a day trip to survey oil damage on the Gulf Coast. 2 hours and 40 minutes after he left his Kenwood home, the president was on the ground in Louisiana. Meanwhile, back on Chicago's South Side, First Lady Michelle Obama and daughters Malia and Sasha are keeping largely out of sight. But that's not stopping enthusiasm for their first return as a family in more than a year.
Oh, we love it. It's great. They're our neighbors, and it's wonderful to have such important people come back home.
It's show and tell day for those who attend preschool at the synagogue across from the Obama's home. Little Ann brought a seashell that looks like a bunny's foot. But everyone knows the real show is the Obamas.
Went out last night to watch them come home and welcome them, and yeah, it's just her life. So how cool is that, right, to grow up with that?
For years we can tell stories about how Anna's went to preschool across the street from Obama's house.
Delivery trucks, parents, and kids are all getting a thorough screening by the Secret Service, but so far the presidential vacation isn't causing his community too much of a headache. What's cooler, going to preschool across from where the president lives, or eating ice cream?
Eating ice cream.
Well, there you have it, out of the mouths of babes, right? President Obama is due back from Louisiana here in Chicago mid-afternoon, and then he doesn't have a public schedule until Monday when he goes to Elwood, Illinois, to the Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery for a Memorial Day observance. Between now and then, we're told he'll have several get-togethers with friends and perhaps even head out for dinner here and there. There's also some talk that he could take in a Hawks game. We're live on the city's south side. Ben Bradley, ABC 7 News. Back to you.
Alrighty, Ben, thank you for that.
This morning, it does not look like the U.S. government will be taking over the Gulf oil spill cleanup. The Obama administration says the government doesn't have the expertise or equipment for the job. BP's next plan is to shoot some heavy mud and cement into that blown-out well. That's in an attempt to plug it. Illinois U.S. Senator Dick Durbin was among the lawmakers who visited the Gulf Coast yesterday.
And he joins us now live from Washington this morning. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
So after seeing it firsthand yesterday, what are your impressions as to just how bad the situation is?
It is a frightful mess. You fly over it and you see these oil slicks that go on for miles and miles. Then you get closer to the water and you see these clumps of oil, streaks of oil, puddles of oil in every direction. 1,000 boats are out there now trying to round up the oil, skim it off, burn it off. It's just a disaster. And it's reaching the coastline. It's going to destroy a lot of the environment, a lot of the ecology there for a long, long time.
On this Memorial Day, over 175,000 Americans are fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan. We are a nation at war. But for more than 3,800 men and women, the war has already ended in the most tragic possible way. Many have been laid to rest just a couple of miles from here in our capital's most sacred monument to bravery and sacrifice, Arlington. Here lie more than 290,000 Americans who have brought honor to their country.
Obama to skip Memorial Day to Arlington Cemetery, the first so-called president in American history to give a middle finger to the dead. Am I going to make it nice? Am I going to make it nicer for you? Why is Obama doing this? What is he saying? Who is he trying to appease and appeal? Who is he appealing by doing this? The man should be impeached for this alone. Now, what do you want me to do? Sit here and make nice words about this guy? The guy is a traitor. The guy hates America. The guy was put in by foreign sources or money makers or whatever. Something's wrong with the picture. How much can the American people take? You know what? You got the leader you deserve. You got what you deserve.